Hi Libra, it's Jen here from Tarot Spirit, here for your May 2016 tarot reading. So I've already shuffled the cards, but I'll give them another little shuffle here. I know people like to see me shuffle on camera, though I'm not really sure what the difference is. But so we have the Hanged Man, which is titled the Oak King. I'm using three different three different decks, and they're all very pagan-y, earthy type decks because I don't know, it's springtime here and I'm just feeling the need for nature. Whoops. And the King of Cups, nice. And the Six of Swords at the bottom there. So don't judge me, but it's like 10:30 here on a Sunday morning, and I was just walking up the stairs with a handful of dark chocolate chips, and my son's like, "Mom, I'm hungry." And I'm like, "Well, what do you want?" And I'm like, "You can only have like yogurt or fruit or something." Meanwhile, I'm sitting there with a handful of chocolate chips. Mother of the Year award. I did already make him pancakes with strawberries and whipped cream, so I'm not that bad. Let's see, 9 of Arrows. In this deck, it's called Dedication. The Fool right in the middle. I love the Fool. You know I love the Fool. So who am I? I'm doing Libra. Oh, look at Outlander just started again. Look at the standing stones. I'm obsessed with, I don't even think, we need a new word for what I am with Outlander. Obsessed doesn't even cut it. And the Woodward, this is 11, so that would be Justice. And the Six of Wands. Oh, the Victory card, nice. Now we have 2 sixes underneath both of those decks. So if you don't feel like seeing me shuffle, you can just skip ahead when you see all the cards laid out. 4 of Cups. The Sun. Okay, we have the Wish card out twice here. That's pretty amazing. And the Queen of Wands. Okay. So I'm going to, so underneath the deck, we have these 3 cards under the deck. We have the Six of Swords, the Six of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. So the Six of Swords, is all about thoughtfully removing yourself from an unhealthy situation. You can see that there's sort of rougher waters and calmer waters. And it's usually like something that has been emotionally and mentally probably abusive or taxing or just, unhealthy. And you've thoughtfully made the decision to remove yourself from the situation. But, you're up in this boat, you're staying above the emotions and not getting sucked in and just saying, this is what I need to do for myself to be healthy and to take care of myself. So it's a really, really good card, a really good swords card. And then another underlying energy is the Victory card, the Six of Wands. So this is all about homecoming, public recognition, accolades. I believe this came up in Sagittarius's May video. So it's almost like, and then we have the Queen. So she's a very confident, passionate queen that stays focused and doesn't let people influence her from what she's passionate about and what she's driven about. She stays very focused and is a sort of unwavering in her, oh, look at the cat, cute, unwavering in her desire and to manifest what she wants. And so I think it's her energy that's that's giving you the confidence for us to move away from a situation that isn't healthy. And perhaps in some ways by setting boundaries, whether it's setting boundaries or just physically removing ourselves or sort of laying down the law, or however it is that this Six of Swords is being manifested. I mean, it could be traveling, it could be actually moving. I think, in some way, whether it's just your friends or something, or it's in your company, like someone's going to make a point of saying, I recognize that was really difficult for you to do, or you handled that really well, or I hope you feel good about yourself because I know that took a lot of courage, and I'm proud of you, or you did a good job, or in some way, you're going to be recognized for something this month. Staying true to yourself. Something of that nature. So let's walk through the cards here. We do have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana on the table, and two wish cards. So I just want to talk about the wish card for a second, the Nine of Cups. So this card is, obviously I'm like trying to, here we go. When this card comes up, I think maybe it's a good idea this month as we go into May to really think about what our wishes are, how they would be fulfilled, what truly is at the root of our desire. So, if you just I want a new job, I want a different relationship. Okay, but why do you want a new job? What's going on with your job now that you want to change? What is not fulfilling in your current relationship that you are going to seek somewhere else? Because yes, there are always times we have to literally remove ourselves from a situation. However, be careful not to keep moving away from things only to find out you're not really moving away from it because it's an internal issue. I'm not happy in my job. Well, is there a job you could be happy in? Or are you just kind of like, I don't want to work, and you like can't get over that and sort of be present and just accept and be grateful that you do have a job? Because if you didn't have a job, then you might really be unhappy. That's kind of a very superficial way to think about it. But what are you looking for your partner to give you in a relationship that maybe it's something you need to give for yourself, and you're never going to find someone that's going to give it to you because it's something internal. Are you just unhappy? Here we go, because we have the Four of Cups. So this is just a card about sort of just being discontent, being a little depressed, not it's almost something that's kind of hard to put your finger on it, but look around and make sure that you're looking at all the options, and that you're just not focused on one thing, because we do have, okay, let me start from the beginning because it's telling a story. So we have the Hanged Man, and this is sort of that same energy. The Hanged Man is like, okay, this guy is stuck hanging upside down. So he can sit there and just struggle and be angry and be pissed that he's stuck here and have a fit and just, be all the negative, annoying things, which is valid. Um, but he could also try a few different other approaches. And for example, one could be, okay, I'm stuck here upside down. Why don't I use this time to, instead of struggling and being pissed, I could be calm and sort of think about different ways I could get myself out of this situation besides struggling, which is is futile. It's not working. Or I could say, I'm really busy and I actually have some downtime. Why don't I meditate? Why don't I really look at the whole situation? Why don't I look at, is there some way that gotten myself, I could have gotten myself strung up in this tree? Did I want to myself force myself to have a break? But then when it happened, I'm resisting. What way are we putting up our own blocks? And what way are we not seeing the opportunities in every situation instead of just seeing the negativity? Because next we have the Nine of Swords, and this is the ultimate card of obsessing and anxiety and worry and fear. It's very fear-based. And when we're always focused or often focused on fear and worst case scenarios, this is a theme that seems to be coming up lately. You could just as easily, really, if you think about it, obsess and focus on the positive things. I don't know if it's like our animal tendencies, that fight or flight reflex that that we do this, but I do think we can train ourselves to think, to obsess about the positive. Maybe that's more, since Six of Swords is a mental card, of training ourselves to stop thinking about the negative and to think about the positive. And so maybe this is very much an internal shift. And the reward we're going to get is that we're going to be happy. We're going to be passionate about life again and moving forward in a way that instead of focusing on these negative cards, we do shift our perception and we start thinking about, here's that nine of, what do we really desire? What's really truly going to make us happy? And there is setting off on a new path. Going for it, leaving our worries behind, taking a leap of faith. I like this card in this deck. The fool is not foolish. The fool knows that if you try to make sure everything's perfectly planned out and that it's the right timing for everything, you probably will never set off on the journey at all, because life is very rarely set up that way. I mean, there are lots of times you just have to take a chance and take a chance on yourself. And boy, the sun's going to come out. It's like freeing yourself of those fears and those self-limiting beliefs and that focusing on the negative. And, some people I think feel like they have to be like, oh, it's not going to work out. Or if it's, oh, I knew that was going to happen. See, like somehow if they've been negative from the get-go and something doesn't work out, like, I don't know if they're afraid of feeling like a fool. Oh, here we go. Whoa. Spoon feed it to me. But I think the fool is the one who stays here. The fool is the one who, I'm just going to be negative and stress about everything. Then you are going to be stuck. So this is the enlightenment. This is kind of the enlightenment that happens when you are the hangman, though. The seeing things clearly, getting out there, putting yourself out there, being in the sun, feeling warm and happy. And sometimes this can be about, with the Four of Cups here and the Nine of Cups, it may be that emotionally you've you've been shut off. Like maybe in relationships you've been really shut off or trapped. Oh, trapped in a very unhappy relationship for some of you. Okay. Feeling it like you're sacrificing, like this hanged man, and it's just lots of anxiety and worry and depression, and you wish for something new. And here, because I'm looking ahead, here we have the Knight of Cups. So this is offering a change in emotion, an opening up of emotion. And then I'm not really, always forget to look this up in this deck, because sometimes the Justice and Strength card are reversed, but they're both sort of a very different interpretation. But this almost reminds me a little bit more of the Strength card because of the cat in it, the big cat. The I'm going to read it as the Strength card because that just made sense to me. To me, the Strength card is about vulnerability, putting yourself out there, even if you're afraid, taking a chance on yourself. Um, it's okay if it doesn't work out. But if you don't take the chance and move forward, your wishes are never going to come true. So it's like you have to keep reassessing this month and saying, what's my bottom line? What is it? Is it to be to have peace and joy and happiness? Is it, what is your wish? What truly is the bottom line is your wish? And either a couple wishes come true. Two wish cards coming out is pretty amazing. But it is going to take sort of a leap of faith, an actual change internally and externally, I believe. But then, you have the wish card, two wish cards, and a victory card. So big, big month for you guys to really, you don't sacrifice Nine of Swords, Four of Cups. Ick. Those are horrible. You don't want to, that's not where you want to live. If you've been living in those cards, that's not living. So you need to thoughtfully really think about, this is a really, I'm surprised the Judgment card didn't come up. This is a big month where you're going to be like, what am I doing? Then that's kind of this aha moment of the Sun card. Like, I really need to look at things clearly, and this is my life, and we don't know how long we have here. I've worked on oncology for 15 years. Trust me, I've said this before, there are no guarantees. So you better start figuring out how to be happy immediately, because you don't know. It's not like if you have years. So, it's the time to live is now. And to take that first step forward, to happiness and to making your dreams and wishes come true. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you, Libra, so much for watching, and I really hope you have an amazing May. It looks phenomenal, life-changing even. Take care. Bye.